Hello and welcome to another video by Help You Excel. Today I'm going to respond to a specific question that a gentleman posted on a Facebook forum that I follow. And let me just jump right into his demonstration of the problem, and we'll dig right into the solution. So first of all, I've responded to quite a few of these posts on different forums at this point, and let me say this is the clearest statement I've seen of what the problem is. He gives us a quick definition of three tables with some sample data, and then down here a desired result. Very clear what he's trying to do. A lot of times people will post questions to these forums and the question itself is very unclear. Question here very clear, so kudos to you for that. So first thing I did is I just reproduced his tables in his data. Save this real quick. So first picture here, group table, I just reproduced that exactly. We got code, we got name. Members table, same thing. I did add my own auto number as primary key because that's just habit, but same code, same number of members, and then meeting table. Okay, so code, whoops, you got the code, and then the number of people that attended that meeting. Okay, so the result that he wanted to show for each of these groups in the group table, how many total meetings have they had, how many total members are there in that group. Okay. The first part of the problem you'll see, I'm sure he was having a hard time getting group 4 RAM to show up. And the reason for that is because they've had 0 meetings. As soon as you draw a join from your group table to your meeting table, because 4 does not appear in here, that row is just going to disappear from your results. Let me show you what I mean by that. So if we run this, group 4, that RAM group, is not going to show up in the results at all. See? It's not there. The reason for that is because what this join is telling me is show me results where this value equals this value. Well, this meeting table, there are no rows where value 4 appears. So those rows just disappear. So the first thing you've got to do to solve your problem is you've got to make this an outer join. If you right click on this line, go to join properties, and tell it you want to see all records from the group table and only those records from the meeting table where there's a match, and you'll see it changes to a little arrow. So now if we run this, all of your groups will show up. Including group 4. And you'll see this is the primary key for that meeting table. It's null for number 4. So to get an accurate count of how many meetings each group has had, you have to account for that. So let me show you what that's going to look like. So we change this to totals, and we want to do a count. Okay, so you see now we're seeing group 4 is showing up with a count of 0. Okay, so that's the first part of the issue. Now he also wants, I'm going to change this because I actually ended up making it harder than I needed to. I came to the right conclusion, but I made it harder than I had to, so I'm going to fix it. Okay. So you have to do your right join. And then the other thing is, if we don't change this to a first, you're going to end up with one row for every meeting. So you can make this a group by, or you could make this a first. Either way, if you were to do a sum, for example, these numbers are going to be completely wrong because it's going to be basically three times the number of the members. So you can make this a group by, you'll get the right result, or you can make this a first and you can get the same results. Either way. Okay. Now, one thing that I would suggest from a design standpoint, if I were designing this, I would design it slightly differently. For example, I'm not sure that you need this members table, because all you're doing is saying how many members are in each group. Unless you're trying to record like how membership changes over time or something like that, I would just put that as another field on your group table. I would just add that in here. There may be a reason that isn't clear based on your pictures why you need that table, but that members table, I would just not even use it. It doesn't really matter from a design standpoint, but naming convention wise, what is standard is to call your primary key ID, and maybe it is your napkin drawing there didn't make it clear, but just make that an auto number instead of a number that you define manually. But that's relatively minor. That's not really an issue. But I would just move your members number to your your group table. Sorry, I'm stammering. So group 1 was 10 members. Group 2 is 20 members. Group 3 is 15 members. Group 4 is 5 members. Or group 4 is 5 members, and group 5 is 8 members. There we go. So I would just move that to the group table, unless there's a specific reason in your design why you need that. So that's going to change the query a little bit. I'm just going to start over because since I deleted that table, the query's mad at me. Total MTG. I just want to keep my names the same. Oops, caps locks. Total MTG. Totals, we're going to change that to account. And I'm going to make that a first, and I'm going to change the label. He wanted total members, I believe, or total mem. And there you go. If we line these up side by side, you'll see the results exactly match what he wanted to see. Oops. Okay. Everything lines up. All right, so that's where you have to be careful when you're doing your joins to know, okay, does every value in this table have a matching value in this table? If it does not, or there's a possibility that it will not, then you'll want to do an outer join. Otherwise, data will seemingly disappear. That's also why it's important to do referential integrity to make sure that that kind of thing doesn't happen because of inconsistencies in your data. So hope this video is helpful to you. If you enjoyed it, make sure to give it a like. If you want to see more like this, subscribe to my channel. And Happy coding, guys. Thank you.